Welcome back to another game on Arena, this time between Viper and RiuT from the DauT Cup Finals. This game has been casted on Wobbly Official, as far as I know. I think Ilfred and Fire, and I've seen it on Mem's channel because I couldn't see the live stream back then, so I know what this game is going to bring us, and therefore I decided to try and do a little game analysis of the Viper's play, because he's playing against RiuT, who is going to try and achieve a 3TC or 4TC boom. Viper going aggressive, and let's see how this game is actually going. I'm gonna go on 75 speed right now, because for now there shouldn't be a lot of things happening. Viper got a relic inside, that's nice for him. One boar inside, one boar outside. The barriers you can see. He's got 3 deer, 4 deer inside, very important to see at this point. Main gold safe in the back, main stone, and second gold safe in the back. For now we're seeing the standard 6 on sheep. He's gonna go 4 on wood most likely. Unless anything different is happening, I think I can skip this for now. Extra gold here, and RiuT got pretty safe resources as well. Main gold on the side is the worst thing. Main stone, second gold, third gold. So RiuT's map actually looking good. One very close, 3 deer inside, at least 3, no, it's actually 4 deer. And Viper sending villager number 4 to wood, now sending a villager before even, is not waiting for a villager to come out, but he is sending it immediately and going for the berries next, using this villager to close the wall immediately. This is very nice to see. Of course, Aztecs get loom, and here we go. The boar good under the TC, and there's 7 villagers taking the boar. The other 2 villagers going for the berries. Is he gonna trap a villager or 2 even? He's trapping 1. He's trapping both of them. This is perfect, actually. Beautiful to see. That's the difference between expert player and really 2K4 player like Viper. So he is gonna get the next villager on berries 2, 4 villagers working here, 4 villagers on the wood line, and he's gonna go with the Eagle Warrior to take the boar in, maybe, I don't know. Interesting to see. That's saving a little bit of time, I guess. Not really necessary, but possible. And of course Viper can heal the eagle if he wants to. Now attacking the boar a little bit more, and garrisoning, taking the boar down. Perfect. Under the TC with the Eagle Warrior, it's a lot easier. Sending a villager to build another house, very important, don't forget that. And there are still 8 villagers under the TC. He's gonna start and get the deer in very soon. He's scouting with the sheep. I said that before, not a lot of players are doing this on Arena. Viper is doing it, so you can bet on it, it's not the wrong thing to do. And sending another villager now to the wood. He's getting villager number 5 here, the house builder, the builder getting on berries and deciding to put a lumber camp here, I guess. Be a very nice spot. He's still got 8 villagers under the TC. He's sending the rest of the sheep. He is trying to lure the deer in. This villager should have taken this tree, and Viper put it back immediately. He's also, I guess he's going to micro this villager to take the next tree here. Not this one, which is more a little bit far away. Farther, do you say this? Bigger distance. 8 villagers, and he's using 3 of them to take the deer. Look at this. 5 villagers remaining on the boar. He's gonna send his sheep very soon. Still 8 villagers under this, and 5 villagers on berries, 3 on wood right now, plus 4, or now it's a total of 8, 22 villagers, and of course continuing the lure deer. And he did not find this villager yet. A little bit of a mistake, but not a big one. And he didn't send a sheep in. Now using one of the wood villagers to get a farm up. So 4 plus 3 again, and I think he's microing his other villagers as well. Sending another villager now out, I guess, to build another house here. A few houses around the TC is a smart thing to do. And continuing to take the deer, of course. 3 villagers, 4 villagers, and first 2 farms up, actually. 3 plus 4, that's 7 villagers on the TC. Of course, it's only a possibility, and now he's sending more. So he's continuing to take more food, sending this villager back as a lumberjack. Yeah, taking the straggler tree here. And he's going to send 2 villagers to gold before clicking up to Feudal Age. So that's more or less the build order in Dark Age, I guess. I think we can go a little bit faster right now, because Viper is only going to continue luring the deer, and he's getting a mining camp here. I'm not sure about the perfect position of the mining camp, but Viper wants to get a lot of villagers on gold, so I guess it's better to put it here than one more tile to the right hand side. If you say 6 villagers is enough and want to make them work as efficient as possible, I guess one more tile towards the bottom right would be better. But that's good. And 8 villagers on food still working, taking the sheep number 7, and 4 villagers taking the deer. Not the perfect deer, but you want to get that free food in. Of course, RiuT pretty much doing the same thing. He got all the deer. I think he's going out now. And Viper is starting to lure the last deer and soon taking the last sheep. Now let's see, where is he going to build Market Blacksmith, because that's what's going to come up here. A lot of wood in the bank, actually. Enough food, and he will have enough gold as well. 3 + 4 villagers still on the wood line, and still 8 villagers working on food. So let's see, first 5 villagers on the berries and the 3 farmers taking last year and using the wood villagers to get market and blacksmith up. Not a perfect position if you want to get farms up later, but it's not a big problem. You want to have the shortest distance possible. I guess market here would have been a possibility, but I think Viper doesn't want to lose it to manganelles or something like that. And look at the resources, looking really good right now. He is going to scout the rest of his back base, because he didn't use the sheep to scout all. He could have done it. RiuT up to Castle Age first, actually, with 27 population. Viper now able to click up to Castle Age, garrison the rest of the villages. There's 2 remaining, and I think he's sending the rest on... 1 on the wood line and then the rest on gold here. Still 4 villages here on this wood line. Not perfectly distributed, but it's alright. And sending more villages on gold. So he's got 8 villages working as gold miners right now. 3 villagers still taking the deer, and horse guard double bricks coming in at this point. And not enough wood for a barracks yet, but it's gonna be there very soon. And then monastery, of course. Can see 1, 2 relics on the top here. He of course knows about the relic inside his base, and there's the other 2 which Viper cannot see yet, so they should belong to RiuT. RiuT also doing horse club. Viper even doing gold mining, very important. You want to get as much gold in as possible, so this gold mining upgrade is really interesting to see, but really important at the same time. Don't forget that one. And now he's got 4 or 5 farms up, still 4 villagers working on the berries, and sending a villager to build a house, and then soon a barracks, I think. 5 villagers working on wood here, 4 villagers working on wood here. That's not perfect, but it's not a big difference. He's sending another villager. Now this one was microed, and he's sending 5 villagers plus 5. You want to get the wood for barracks and for monastery. And both players are going to advance to Castle Age. Pretty decent times. Of course, they had good maps. And the 3 berry villagers just finished. What are they going to do? One of them is going to build this barracks, or help, not 2 actually, and the last one going to gold. So 8 plus 1 is going to be 9 villagers on gold. A little bit of fighting happening. Viper has to go back. I guess he took a few hits already, and RiuT is getting a monastery out. He's up to Imperial Age, sorry, Castle Age. Barracks not yet finished, but the monastery coming in. Viper queuing 2 more villages, and I think he's getting Bosaw. He's got the wood right now. Is he doing Bosaw? Still waiting. Where's that coming? Starting to get Eagle Warriors. 2 villages queue, that's alright. But Bosaw not coming in. Interesting. Maybe forgot about it. Maybe it's gonna come in really soon. I expected Bosaw, to be honest, but he preferred to get 2 very fast monasteries up. And of course Eagle Warriors. There's only 1 Eagle Warrior from RiuT. He doesn't have barracks. Instead he's going for TCs, number 2 and 3 coming up here. But we're gonna focus on Viper's point of view. The first monks coming out, so non-stop production of Eagle Warriors, of monks here, 2 + 2 monks, and Viper got 10 villagers on gold right now, so he sent 1 more. This farm is idle, and I think Viper still does not have Bosaw, does he? Let me check right now. I hope I didn't miss it. I'm on Viper's point of view, and Bosaw is not researched yet. Let's see when he's going to get it, and continue here. 5 villagers plus 5, 10 villagers on wood. Plus 1 here, 2, 3. Actually, the builders are finished. And now there's 3 Eagle Warriors. Viper did not lose this initial Eagle Warrior, so this one is healed. And now Viper is gonna start to get the relics, continue to build monks. He's got 1, 2 housed on 40, but 1 villager already building, so never forget to put houses down when you go 1 TC and aggressive with the Eagle Warriors and monks here. And Viper TC idle for only a little bit, I guess. Or is he waiting? No, there's the next villager coming in. Boso now on the way, very important to see. You don't want to get it too late, so before 18-minute mark the Boso will be done. Eagle Warriors still coming out, and Viper got 8 military units on the field. RiuT is taking those relics, not a big problem for him, but Viper should be able to take the other 3. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. And the Eagle Warriors not taking minor fights. I'm gonna stay here because Viper is getting more farms up. And actually, this farm is interesting. Could have put it here, would have been better maybe. But he wants to finish taking this tree, so he's gonna put a farm here later on, most likely. I'm not gonna focus on the fight. Instead, I'm going to see 11 villagers on gold right now, sending one more to wood. 6 plus 5, getting the last relic in. That's 1. 2 relics, where's the other relic? The monk's still on the way, but Viper is controlling the map, and he's still producing villages. I think he might be able to get... Oh, TC coming up next, so not a really fast Imperial Age, and I think Wheelbarrow should be on the way. See, he's got the resources, yes. Wheelbarrow clicking at 1845, 47 population, 35 villages, second TC, and Wheelbarrow coming in. Boso is done, and there's a few Eagle Warriors and monks on the field. Viper did not do Sanctity, he didn't need it, because he's not facing a lot of big military threat. And Wheelbarrow also coming in for RiuT, but later than Vipers, which is interesting. 6 plus 6 villagers on wood right now, and there's the farm I talked about. So we have a total of 9 farmers here, and of course still a lot of villagers on gold. All villages together, the 5 builders plus, that's 14 villages on gold, I guess. Atonement now coming in for the Viper, he wants to be able to convert monks. And 1 villager, that was the house builder, I think, going forward to build a siege workshop. So Viper continuing the aggression. Actually, RiuT made a mistake here, he sent villagers out, or he didn't really send, because the villagers just went there on their own. Viper cannot see them, but he's going to find them, he's going to take 2 of them down, the last one will be saved. 3 relics, 2 TC's working, and we still get 9 farmers as far as I remember. So Viper needs to get more farms or buy food to click up. And I'm gonna keep an eye on the food price, because I don't think RiuT is going to buy. But Viper instead is going for TC number 3. So he is the one who's going more aggressive, but he's gonna be up to Imperial Age faster. And it's only one way to fight against the 3 TC mini boom here, because RiuT, he stayed defensive. That's not what you usually see on Aztecs War, but it's a possibility, and it's interesting to see what Viper is doing here. He got 9-10 villagers on gold. He used the rest of those villagers to build a town center really fast here. 7 villagers, it's not perfect, but it's alright. And Viper also doing redemption. So he wants to make sure that he can take everything that RiuT is throwing at him. RiuT is, I think, going to build a castle very soon. He's got 350 stone in the bank. And Viper is continuing to have the 6 plus right now. Again, 6 villagers on wood, so it's basically the 12 villagers working on wood all the time. Viper also sending villagers on stone. That's like 4 or 5, 2 more farms coming up, because, yeah, how many farmers do we have right now? That's 14. And more incoming. Viper wants to sustain villager production, is in 61 population. Of course RiuT got more villagers, but not a lot. And now RiuT has to put down his castle, because Viper is controlling the frontier with monks, 40 HP actually, and Eagle Warriors of course. So Viper is happily booming in the back, a little bit behind RiuT, but score-wise and ahead, and he's got more relics. He is still sending single monks here. Of course I didn't show you how many monks Viper got. He will not be able to stop this cast from going up, but I think he's going to convert the market later on. And now let's check the villager numbers here. That's again a dozen villagers, 13 actually on gold, and he's gonna send more on gold. I don't know if Viper has handcard. I hope I didn't miss it. Does Viper have handcard? He got the Boso, but handcard is not done yet. Again, I needed to check. I want to make sure that I don't miss anything. More farms now coming up, and he's using wood villagers to, that's now 5, but still plus 6, and also got villagers on stone. Food price 140, and I guess it was Viper who bought. Oh, what happened here? I have the wrong overlay here, and I don't know how to change it. No, that's this one. Let's pause. Ah, damn it. Is it going like this? No, I don't know how to do it. And I'm screwing up everything here. No, what the hell? F4 giving me this. Ah, I'm on the wrong here. And do we have trade wood food? Do we can I see how much was bought here? I don't really know. That's the problem. I don't know how to switch through this, and I don't know how I got here. Ah, damn it. I didn't want that overlay. How did it... Ah, that's back. I don't know how I did it. I think there is... you can see the food... the market used somewhere, but I can't show you right now. 140, I guess Viper bought some food, 98% of 8 time. It's a lot gold, trade efficiency, 3 relics, there's the relic gold even, but I don't have the overlay for buying and selling right now. Viper is getting the resources in to go up to Imperial Age. He's still got 10, 11 villages on gold. He's got enough villages on stone, like 7 or 8, to get a castle up soon. And while he has a difference of like 10, now less, roughly 10 villager difference, he is still aggressive, forcing RiuT to get a second castle up. And Viper now got the resources to click up. He bought... Did he sell food? Did RiuT sell food maybe? I don't know what happened here, because the food price just was a little bit higher, I think. Now it's 135. But Viper, with a lot of farmers now, let me check, that's 28 farmers for the Viper suddenly. 25 minutes, he's clicked up to Imperial Age, and he's gonna send a few villagers forward to get a castle. He's actually sending the wood villagers here. That's like 7 of the 8, and he's still got 5 villagers on wood here. Viper is doing a really good job at micro-managing his eco, so at macroing actually. Getting another lumber camp now, doesn't need more stone. He's got 1 villager on stone, that's enough for him, because he's gonna have the 650. Instead he wants to get more wood in, maybe more farms, maybe later more gold. And let's see how he's continuing, because I think Viper is going to standard infantry then, and RiuT is going for Elite Eagle Warriors first, which maybe is a mistake. Viper did not convert the market yet, and I don't know if I should show you more of the eco, but Viper is going with more villagers, at least a few. He's got 3 TC still, and he's got only 1 mining camp on a TC here, and 13 villagers on gold, as far as I see. Let's check the farmers again. 28 farmers, 2 idle villagers, but he's building a castle here. Not in view of RiuT, but RiuT can imagine the castle is coming up. And handcard now coming for Viper, 27-minute mark. Usually he's getting it earlier, but in this case he wanted to click up to Imperial Age a little bit earlier. He had early wheelbarrow, this is good. And barracks coming up for him. Siege workshop and few houses, of course. And RiuT is going to be later. Stone mining, gold mining coming for RiuT only now. Remember, Viper had the gold mining upgrade for a long time. And look at Viper's resources. Got a lot of gold in the bank by only using those like 14, 15 villagers on gold. Doesn't have more on that. Spreading the villagers on this wood line, it's not perfect. I guess another lumber camp would have been good, but it's not really the most important thing. The barracks coming up, and I think I can stop here, because from now on the eco might not be not interesting. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. And Viper into the advanced Imperial Age. He is getting a trap out immediately. He's starting to convert the market. He's getting plate mail armor and man-at-arms. Could have gone for man-at-arms earlier. Maybe a little bit of mistake, but not really bad. Squire's also coming in really early, and now this market should convert. He could have used insta-convert to take a few villages down and use the next monks, but it's really micro-intensive, and of course playing slower than the game is actually going. RiuT is up to Imperial Age, and he's got a few Eagle Warriors left, so is probably thinking, yeah, Viper got a few monks here, I may need to go Elite Eagle Warriors, which is maybe a mistake here. And Viper got more villages in stone again, intending to get a second castle up at the point, and still a good amount of farmers, as far as I remember. That's 29 right now. More villages on wood, actually not replacing any lumber camps here. Only 1 villager here, that wouldn't really make sense, but he could get more lumber camps up. Maybe that would be better, I don't know. Another main gold, pretty much exaggerated, only 1k gold left, roughly. This market is actually good for Viper. I think RiuT should have put a wall behind this. It's not happening, and Viper got the first 2, now 3 traps out, longswords on the way, chainmail armor for RiuT, and not Elite Eagle Warrior, very important. +4 defense is done already, very important to see. And the monks, only 40 HP, no sanctuary, no block printing, illumination or whatever, because Viper is going into standard infantry. He's using the battering ram to attack the blacksmith. RiuT needs to get a new one. Of course, when you have a battering ram, why not use it? 200 swordsmen away from the Viper as well. And still 15 villages on gold, or 14 maybe. Now more villages in stone as well. Viper, is he selling stone? I don't know. The stone price 104, but I think he wants to get a second castle up at some point. The villages that were forward are actually taking extra gold here. This is more than a happy coincidence, of course, but it's really nice. And now RiuT moving out to lead Eagle Warriors. +1 tech, +2 defense, but there is the long swordsman. And while the traps might go down, I think Viper is in trouble there. 1 trap going down. 2 traps going down and 3 traps going down. The elite Eagle Warriors will take a lot of damage. The monks brought into safety, and RiuT actually managing to repair this castle and making sure the traps are not attacking the castle any longer, but Viper is gonna get more traps out, and I think Viper is preparing the champion upgrade now. I think I can go a little bit faster here, and of course untouched eco. Another mill here. This wolf may go down, no woo woo woo, because Loom is done, of course. And Viper also queuing a few farms. Never forget to do that, as long as you can afford it, because you don't want to have idle farmers here. That's usually pretty bad. Champion upgrade coming in 32-minute mark, and another trap is out. RiuT has a pretty weak structure here, doesn't really have space for the traps. Okay, those places are good. And RiuT actually trying to go check your warriors. Scarlet War is on the way. Viper does not have that upgrade yet, but he should be able to get it very soon. Garland was, of course, in a non-attack castle. And Man-at-Arms also for RiuT, but Viper is going forward now, and I think he's going to delete the market really soon. There we go, market is done. On using the monks here. And champion almost there. +4 defense, only +1 attack right now, but the traps will go down, and while Viper is losing another trap, he's still attacking, actually taking down houses now, wants to attack the castle with the infantry he has, and he's moving in. Champion upgrade, almost there, another trap coming out. Viper 604 stone resources looking really good for him. He's got 94 villagers working, that's good for Aztecs. It's gonna be a little bit more too. Still producing villagers from all 3 TCs, which is amazing. Don't have an idle TC at this, not having an idle TCs at this point is really, really strong. Of course, we're talking about the Viper, the 2k4 steel skills, 2k4 plus, and he's still attacking this castle, so RiuT has to invest a lot into stone. Champions +1 only. I think Viper is saving up for Garden Wars, he could get them really soon. And he's building another castle. Where is he planning to do it? I don't see it right now. Is he going right now? No, he's getting stone here. This extra stone a little bit trapped. But the second castle coming to protect the extra gold here. Very smart play in my opinion. This castle, a good distance. And he's able to defend it. Now he lost a few units here. No, the champion's going back. And the blacksmith going down. RiuT changing into standard infantry as well. He's got long swordsman. But the castle finally going down using 3 traps here, the Viper. And now RiuT's front is pretty much open. The monastery in the front is going down too. So RiuT is going to lose the rest of the relics. And Viper doing iron casting. Heavy plow only now. Could have gotten it a little bit earlier. But it's alright, I guess. Not sure about it. And now, of course, sending villagers to take the second stone. I think he should start and take his third gold as well. He's done that already. Pretty far away, but Viper can take it. And of course, the extra stone. The mining camp really not good. Should have put one more tile away, but it's not the worst thing. And more barracks coming up now because he's got villager forward. Those were taking gold. Garland was on the way as well as iron casting. So Viper in a really, really comfortable position. The score difference is not that big, but Viper with full map control, taking all the gold that he can. And untouched eco, same villager number almost. Now trap against traps, traps against traps. As soon as this gate and the houses are down, Viper is going to be able to go in through the middle. Doesn't have to go around. Actually, this is where you don't want to take really. And ooh, look at these conversions. Viper using all the monks to get conversion. 1, 2, 3 Eagle Warriors at least. The monks may go down, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Not even Sanctuary. Blast Furnace coming from the Viper. +6 attack already. The champions from RiuT should have +6 too. Yes, same upgrades, but Viper just got more numbers. 62 military units. This is huge. Because Viper managed to push in Castle Age only a little bit and threatened to go in at the same time, make sure that he get 3 TCs up and running. Viper doing a really amazing job here. I think I can go faster right now. I'm not going to show the eco anymore. You've seen the most important thing. I hope you find this game analysis useful. I'm not sure how good of a job I'm doing here, because I have never done something like this before. I'm not the guy who is going to do tutorials. For that I'm just not good enough, let's be honest. I needed a lot more experience and I needed to play like at least on an 1800 level, which I won't achieve as I don't have time. There's a big champion fight coming in and Viper may lose, but he's not going to lose the 3 traps. 82 against 48 military units. Viper, in the meantime, I think he got all 5 relics right now. Did he bring them back? 2 and 3, yes. And now he's just going forward. RiuT calling GG. Viper with an amazing game. And it's his eco management that is so amazing, while at the same time he's microing so many units. But I hope I could help you with this. I hope you found this interesting. And see ya in whatever next games. GG.